Hi everybody, it's me, GhostCritic, and those eagle-eyed YouTube viewers out there may have noticed that this is my 300th upload since I started doing these on YouTube. Almost 3 years ago now. Amazing and kind of funny and a bit coincidental given that I had Scott, Custom Bromstar, check out my very first video yesterday and stuck a comment on there, and I had to go back and watch it myself, and my eyes just rolled back in my head. I was like, oh my god, it just looked awful for my very first video. Things have come a long way since then. 855 subscribers. Thank you so much. I've had my videos put on websites. I've had my name and quotes from my videos stuck on the back of graphic novels. I've had Dan Slott slapping my wrist for saying naughty things about him. It's just been a wild ride, and amongst all that, there's been you lot out there watching week in, week out, and for that I'm always grateful, and just waiting for the next 300. I've got a lot of ideas coming up for the coming months. March especially, we're looking at something that people have been asking for a while now, just gathering the troops. Big clue. Anyway, it's Thursday, it's a comic book review show, only 4 books. It seems like I go through a couple of weeks of very short piles, and then the last 2 weeks when I've got no money, my comic book stack is like huge, so expect things to get a bit taller stack-wise in the coming weeks. But for this week, we start with Detective Comics Batman issue 17, and we have a kind of wrap up of a very short storyline, kind of tying in with Death of the Family, though it doesn't have the banner. We've had this kind of offshoot of Joker wannabes, Joker fanboys, who have been collecting themselves up in these gangs and basically terrorising Gotham, as any villain does. But focusing more on this League of Smiles, I think that's what they were called, and in particular their kind of head leader, this Merrymaker. We find out very quickly who the Merrymaker is. Batman does a little bit of detective work and finally gets to the point and finds out who it is. And everything gets wrapped up very quickly. The backstory on this kind of shows the repercussions when Batman has taken down our little Merrymaker, and the irony at the end of where he is taken. Well, don't want to spoil that too much if you're reading this. The artwork is serviceable. It's what I think of as traditional Batman artwork. When I think of just an, I don't want to say average, because it's not average, it's just serviceable. It does what it's meant to do. It shows Batman in his costume, doing the big smashing through windows, doors, hitting people. That's about it. I'm a bit disappointed with John Layman. I expected something a bit bigger, but maybe the constraints of this current Batman event with Death of the Family hasn't allowed him to stretch as much as he may want to at the moment. But maybe in the next coming issues we might see a little bit more from Layman. So yes, Batman Detective Comics 17. Coming to an end of their 4-issue run miniseries, it's Brandon Graham's Multiple Warheads. Just a great book. It made no sense whatsoever. There is no storyline here. It's just kind of vignettes of just weird, surreal, kind of ongoing jokes, wordplay, and just the gorgeous artwork. Like I said in the last issue, Brandon Graham is just one of these guys that can build worlds that are just amazing, imaginative, and just you want to live in them. As crazy and as fracked up as they are, it's just an amazing book. Although I can't tell you the story because there really isn't one. It does just centre on the guy on the motorcycle. There's a whale with a city or like a village or a town on its back. There's kind of sword action. There's lots of people slicing heads off and attaching them back on. There's races across pipes. It's just crazy. I love this issue, and I'm glad there's going to be another series coming very soon from Brandon Graham. If you didn't pick this up, try and find the singles. If not, I hope to God they bring this out in trade and you get to check it out that way. Brilliant. Could have possibly been pick of the week, but yes, it's that week. Last two comics, can never kind of not review them separately. It is, of course, Animal Man 17 and Swamp Thing 17. And it's the finale. Almost. It's meandering. It won't stop. The rot will not go away. We've got another issue of this. Which one shall I'll get? Swamp Thing is my pick of the week, though together they are really, really great. But there's a reason why Swamp Thing is the better comic. But we'll start, I mean, you know what they really should have done? They should have had both of these issues as one. Have Animal Man and Swamp Thing come together, which is what basically happens in both of these. Do it as a $4.99 comic. Just don't bring out these two for that week, so you're not spending any extra money. And then, given what happens at the end of Swamp Thing, follow that on in your separate issues next month. Basically, it is the big showdown between what is left of those that are living against the whole of Anton Arcane's rotten horde of armies. And it is just full, both issues full of slicing, dicing. There are deaths aplenty, superheroes sacrificing each other left, right and centre. It's all very exciting. It's all that kind of the last minute, is it gonna work? This bat robot that's got the green sludge in that's going to rain down and make everything great again. And it's all very exciting. You all get all excited about it and you're all in there and it's like, oh, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And you get to the very end where you think, because finale, but no, this isn't the finale. There's more to come. And I think a lot of people could potentially be disappointed. And I knew this was the only way they could do this, given we are apparently a year ahead since Animal Man and Swamp Thing went into that hole, went into the rot and got spewed out a year later. And, you know, Abby's been captured and cloned, Maxine's turned to the dark side and she's now one of the Hunters 3. They pulled her Back to the Future on us, or they're going to. And it was the only way, really, they could do this. What may come of it, whether it is all just going to go back to normal, or whether there is still going to be a repercussion from them going essentially back in time, is anyone's guess. But these have been such good comics. I've enjoyed the meandering storyline, the kind of Lord of the Rings pilgrimage to the Anton Arcane Fortress, where, you know, you get diverted, you go and pick people up along the way. I know people have felt that they've ran parallel to each other a little bit too closely in their storytelling. But this has been a proper long saga event. And as I said, Swamp Thing is pick of the week only because... No! What am I saying? I'm sorry. I'll start again. Animal Man. I'm getting far too excited. Animal Man is my pick of the week. I beg your pardon. The only reason why, though, is the awful art in here. It's not awful per se, it's just vastly different to anything that's come before it. Andrew Bellinger, he's very cartoony. It didn't work here. Everything, there's nothing, although you have these horrific images of, you know, the rot, people getting sliced and diced, blood and guts, stabbings, etc. It suddenly took on this kind of very cartoony, comic bookish aura about it, and it didn't suit it. And it is such a shame. Why? Why did they suddenly change the artist for that very last finale issue? It let it down, because that would have been pick of the week, because obviously Swamp Thing is the real finale of these two issues, as Animal Man goes into Swamp Thing issue. But yeah, shame about the art. Shame about the art. So yeah, after all that excitement and messed up there, that's it. I'm afraid that's all you've got. If this is your first time here, please subscribe. I love subscribers. Thank you to everyone who subscribed this week. Give it a big thumbs up and some comments down below. I'll try and reply to all of you that pop a little comment in there. Also, I don't often mention this, though many of you already know this, but I do also have a Twitter account, also called GhostCritic, very easy to find. You can check out my sporadic tweeting. Usually every Wednesday you get a quick sneak peek at what I picked up. I put a picture up on there so you can see what is going to be in the show the next day. And I chat to lots of our YouTube buddies on here as well, so come and join me on there and join in with me there. And I guess that is it. Another short video. Hope you all enjoyed, people, and I shall see you again very soon. Bye bye.